Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Monday Night Football on EA Sports. Up next, we'll see Jared Goff and the NFC champion Los Angeles Rams as they square off against the #1 overall pick, Kyler Murray, and the Arizona Cardinals. With that, let's get out to the desert. Standing by in Glendale, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun and State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. So this was the scene a moment ago. The Cardinals emerging from their tunnel, and we are ready for football as the Cards get set to match up with the Los Angeles Rams. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. And Charles, we've got two NFC West teams here. Your assessment of the state of the division coming into 2019, is it the Rams to lose?
We saw the changing of the guard with the Rams taking over from Seattle a couple of seasons ago. But Seattle got back in the game pretty fast, didn't they? You remember preseason last year? It was doom and gloom. Ended up in the playoffs. Arizona, they're kind of hitting the reset button. It's San Francisco to keep your eye on. With good health, good drafts, they could be the team that can really contend.
Greg Zuerlein now. He'll handle the honors to get us started. And off we go on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Cardinals taking over, and they do so by the #1 overall pick of the draft. That's Kyler Murray out of Oklahoma. Rare talent indeed. First man to be drafted in the top 10 of 2 sports, baseball being the other. He's got his work cut out for him. The Cardinals trying to rebound from a 3-13 campaign. They'll start the drive here with an end around. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. And let's look now at the offensive starters for the Cardinals.
I could go on and on about Larry Fitzgerald and his numbers, which are considerable, and everyone knows that. But the thing I keep coming back to, he never quits seeking knowledge. Every year, he works with former NFL players who were great wide receivers in order to improve his game, watches a ton of film, always curious, always finding a way to adapt and improve his game.
From the 31, Murray. Flush to his right. He'll try and run it. And right away, he lost the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Kyler Murray, 1,000-yard rusher as a quarterback in his Heisman campaign at Oklahoma. He's got the first down. First down, Murray being chased out left. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Second down, Murray sets to throw. Airing this one out for Fitzgerald. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowler, Jalen Ramsey. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Rams coming back out here offensively. We talked earlier about Jared Goff and how his numbers are down this year. Remember, though, to consider that he's had some injuries at wide receiver. That's made it tougher for Goff to throw the football. And also, Todd Gurley, he hasn't had the same year running the football, and that has made things harder as people have keyed in on Goff in that passing attack. So the Rams, just not the year that they were hoping to have, likely on the outside looking in for the playoffs. It's another example of how hard it is to get back to the Super Bowl the second straight season. These Rams not even looking like they're going to make it to the playoffs for a second consecutive season. From the 41, Goff. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And it's 3rd and 5. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Goff now to throw. And got a man. It's Woods. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 22 yards there, a 1st down. You think back to the Super Bowl against New England, the Rams never even got into the red zone in that game, and now here they are in the red zone on their opening drive with a 1st down. On 1st down, Goff. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Back to the ground game here, Gurley. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. That's going to set him back 5 yards. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Goff. And it's caught for a Rams touchdown by Brandon Cooks. Brandon Cooks there to make the grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Back now comes the Arizona Cardinals offense. It seems like we've talked a lot this year about their start at the beginning and then that 6-game losing streak. Remember, they were 3-3-1. Then they lost the 6 straight to really derail what was a once promising year. But this is probably the season that most people expected. Rookie head coach, rookie quarterback. Kyler Murray, though, showing some promise and continuing growth down the stretch. Of course, Larry Fitzgerald, so reliable out wide, climbed into 2nd on the all-time receiving yards list. Defensively, Chandler Jones near the top of the league in sacks. And Kenyon Drake running the football, really been a revelation for Arizona. So some bright spots this year, although nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald with a sack. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Fitzgerald hauling it in from Murray. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Here's Murray from midfield. And that is incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Here's Murray. Then he's got Fitzgerald. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It'll be an Arizona first down on a gain of 17. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Murray again, 2nd and 10. It's complete. It's Fitzgerald. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 16. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however, and let's see what that's about. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
Murray on the sneak. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Oh, yeah, good surge defensively. Sometimes you can just tell by the way a quarterback lines his feet up behind center. He's going to try and sneak it in. And they catch him here and stop him for no gain.
Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Now, that was a little too conservative for my liking. It's only 2nd down, and they try to run the sneak. Give credit to the defense. They pushed them back and set up 3rd down.
3rd and goal. This L.A. Rams defense will try to bow up once more. Murray keeps it himself. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, Parker, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
After the field goal, here's Gonzalez to kick it off. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So many questions about Todd Gurley in the offseason. How good is the knee? I mean, remember, he had a heavy workload the last couple years, nearly 4,000 yards from scrimmage, 40 total touchdowns, but just 4 carries in the NFC Championship game, 10 in the Super Bowl. So we'll see what kind of usage he gets this season.
Face mask. Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To throw is gone. Well, he's going to go for it all. Back of the end zone. Can he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays. And you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did. And they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing now is Murray. Completes it to Fitzgerald. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains. To throw, it's Murray. And he finds Fitzgerald. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down. So it's nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Murray now. And the pressure gets to him again. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and very long. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. Murray with a 3rd and long. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Well, he's been the guy, already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Gone. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing again is gone. And that's complete to Cooks. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Goff throwing again. It's complete. This is Todd Gurley. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. To the air again. Goff. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And he's got this down to the 35. Goff in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Come on, baby, let's go. Big time. Let's go, let's go.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd. Goff. And that is incomplete. So good work there on the defensive side for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and until their offense can get into rhythm, their defensive players and staff have got to say to themselves, we've got to make it work. We've got to stand in here and make sure nothing else happens until our guys start moving the ball.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Taken in at the 22. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And he has not really been able to have a lot of comfort back there in the pocket. Pressure's been coming at him a lot, hasn't it?
And they've got to figure out how to tamp down that pressure. How do they decrease it? Is it getting rid of the football quicker? You know, shorter drops? Maybe they do something different with their pass blocking and their protection schemes. Maybe you meet them on the line of scrimmage instead of retreating to try and protect your quarterback. They've got to figure something out, though, because you cannot let your guy get hit that much, not if you intend to win.
Yeah, I know they'd like to erase that video and those 4 sacks that they've seen so far. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. CD, with that incompletion, let's talk AFC playoff picture. I think you and I agree that if you put together any sort of power rankings, we'd put Baltimore #1, certainly in the AFC. But you look ahead to the playoffs getting started on January 4th. Who do you see as their main competitor for that Lamar Hunt trophy?
Well, tradition and us not wanting to be wrong dictates that we say New England next. And rightly so, because of the number of Lombardi trophies they've won, how they've always played at this time of year. But the bottom line to me is the prime contenders right now for Baltimore, Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes has gotten together. The defense is playing better. And Buffalo really showed me something when they beat Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh on a Sunday night in Week 15.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. From 21 yards away, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC?
Run after catch. And he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Gonzalez good on the extra point. And we are even at 10 apiece. So the drive there took 6 plays. And the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Come on now, let's go.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now Goff on first down. He gets it to Cooks. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. A gain of 6 there on first. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Goff now looks to throw. And Cooks has it over the middle. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Cooks now in his 2nd season with the Rams. He's had 4 straight years over 1,000 yards. He had 2 with the Saints, 1 with New England, and then he went over 1,000 again last year with the Rams. 80 catches, 1,204 yards. The first down run with Gurley, a good one. He gets forward for 6 yards. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. From the 44, Goff. Then he'll find his target, Woods. It's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 40.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10, right at the 40. The first down run with Gurley, good for only about 3. It's 2nd down now. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Delayed give, Goff to Gurley. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, We see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. Goff now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. On first down, it's Gurley. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Rams have taken the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Zerline now for the PAT. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it's finished off by a Todd Gurley touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. A big spot now for the rookie Murray. Fitzgerald bringing it in over the middle. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13. Murray going to throw. It's complete. It's Fitzgerald. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing. Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. That close on 3rd down, I think everybody probably expecting a run. Instead, they go to the air on 3rd and short yardage.
I realize this is a passing league, and they're liable to throw the ball on any down and distance, but that short, I do question the call. Run the football and pick it up.
Here's Murray. And that is incomplete. Jalen Ramsey right there in coverage to knock it away. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play. That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
On 2nd and 11 now. Goff airing it out deep for Woods. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 11. Now Goff. And that will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And our focus now moves on to Larry Fitzgerald. And I think we both agreed he could have a really good game with this matchup, but over 200 yards now.
I don't think we saw it as that good. And I think what really makes it special is when games like this are occurring, it's not just getting locked in and in the zone and on a roll. It's continuing to adjust throughout the game because, you know, the defense is kicking coverages towards him, trying their best to slow him down, and he keeps getting the better of them.
Yeah, whatever they've done, it hasn't worked. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13. Here's Murray. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the rookie from Washington, Taylor Rapp, who picked it. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Goff going to hand it to Gurley. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Still 2nd down.
So the delay of game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it 2nd and 10. Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
The big tackle, Andrew Whitworth, flag there. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Three down.
And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They're going to try the jet sweep on 3rd and long. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Here's Johnny Hacker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Kyler Murray now in the Cardinal offense. Trailing 17-10. A minute 50 to play. They need a touchdown and the PAT to tie it as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go, D. All day. Defense, all day. All day.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. He'll look to throw. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And that's going to make it 4th down. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. He's back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And how about this for a setup? The ball will go over on downs at the 1-yard line. So instead of the incredibly obvious choice of trying to punt it out near midfield, now they've left their defense with no margin for error.
No, 0. And I don't care how much confidence you have in your defense. I don't care if you say, hey, I'm going to be aggressive because those guys can pick me up. You really put them in an impossible situation because at the least you're giving up 3 in that situation, right? So I would have punted the ball out of there and given them a little bit of a cushion.
It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Todd Gurley, his second touchdown of the night. And the Rams tack on to their advantage.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now it's the Cardinals' turn. Trailing in this one now. A little over 50 seconds remaining. Their offense has struggled all night, and now they need to find 2 scores late to try to pull this thing out. Murray now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Murray fighting. Lost the football. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal.
Check 4.
On first and goal, Gurley. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with second and goal coming up.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that plus 3.
So the L.A. Rams with a victory here, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through, and they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say good night from Glendale.